I really, really like this fly. And the reason I like it is nobody's got it, or nobody's got anything like it. And that's kind of, it's not really got a name, but nobody's got this cat, so it's like a no-named cat. You've not got this cat. I'm sure I'll come up with a name for it by the end of it. But it works really well for me. You can see the resemblance to a cat's whisker, but you can also see the orange here like a blob, so go ahead and tie it. Start off with a wet fly size 10 and fire orange thread. Just creating a body here. It's always handy to have flies that nobody else has got. A lot of people have pretty much the same thing in their box, especially when it comes to competitions. But there's a lot of guys that did stuff different. So this is called Silverback Grey. It's actually like a dun, iron blue dun colour. And I find it works. It works on this fly anyway. Also works on some fry patterns that I've got. I'll maybe share that at some point. So all I'm going to do is take a little pinch, 1/4 inch off the feather there. And I'm going to snip the end so I've got a straight edge to work with. I'll leave a little bit of space at the head because obviously I've got to get a wing in. So there's your tail. Come in about 1/4 inch and trim that with your thumb and forefinger. I've then got this stuff. And do you know what? I don't know what it's called. Glister chenille or something. It's like 3mm thick, but it's a really bright orange. It's got a little bit of pearl running through it. Great stuff on this fly. Good for worms as well. And all I do is I come in and take some fluid for the core. Tie it in by the core so you've got no bulk. And then wind up. So this mini lure works really well, especially early in the season, but also seems to work again around about September when they're turning to fry feeding. I think anything with a little bit of orange can really make a difference to a fly, and I really like this stuff that's on it. So I've got about 5 turns there, and I'll lock it on the top. I've locked that on the top of the hook shank. In my blade, cut it at an angle, just give it a rub, and it takes up flew away, so you've not got so much bulk. Tidy it up with a little bit of a taper, just a little, and then in with the wing. So the wing's got to be a little bit thicker, about 1/2 inch, and again just run that in my fingers. What I do is when I'm doing a wing, to keep it flat, if you rub it between your nail and your forefinger, it flattens the marabou off really thin. Secure that in. Now don't worry about the size of the head here because we've got another little addition. And what I always say when I'm tying lures, a lot of people like just tie it in the top. You want it to cloak the fly. If you've ever seen salmon flies, like, Christ, my mind's went blank. It'll come to me. There's a specific way of tying salmon flies. That's what you want it like. So it cloaks rather than just sits at the top. It's like cloaking the whole top of it, like a temple dog. So I like a temple dog, so it's got that teardroppy covering the whole back, if that makes sense. So just come in and trim that to length. And then I've got good old light bright. Good old light bright. And I've got the colour I'm wanting is gold. You see it there. And you didn't need much of this, but you did enough to create a head. So again, I want that little bit of taper there, so I've got a tying in point. And then dub it on. Really, really tight. Like really, really, really tight. And then work from your tying off point back till you're happy. About there for me. And then through with the thread, through the wraps, nice and tight. You'll not see it by the time I get my dubbing needle through it. Well, not my dubbing needle, my Velcro through it, and then just tie off. Your head is big and part of the fly, hence the orange tying thread. Anyway, the finishing tool, finish him off there. Now you can take a little bit of Velcro to that and pull some of this back into the wing. And to finish off, just a little dab of varnish or super glue. Here he is. You've not got this cat. You've not got this cat. That's a terrible abbreviation. We'll come up with my name. But yeah, I use this a lot early in the season and at the back end. And when it comes to competitions, you know for a fact that nobody else has got it. But now that I've shared it, I'm sure if you try it, you'll find out just how successful it is. Take care, folks. I really hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Bye-bye.